Well, it's the last time the 53 block we're running this truck. Time to start pulling everything apart. It still runs sweet, but it's leaking quite a bit of coolant, so $244,260 miles. Good oil pressure. Well, it's time to get to work on this thing. This is not going to be a full build video or anything. I just don't think I have time for that. I'd like to get a move on this thing. I don't know how long it'll take me, but I guess the first thing I gotta do is take the bumper off and start making a hole to pull that engine out of. So just wanted to get a little video of its last run. The batteries are dead, so I had to jump. Well, they were bad when I parked the truck, and I didn't buy any new ones because I knew it was going to be a little time before I got around to fixing it. But I'll try to just occasionally post add an update to this video, you know. So I will try to just post a little progress as I go, and I don't know, this may only be 1 or 2 videos, so we'll see how long-winded I get, but I'm gonna get started on it. Bumper is off, the radiator's draining. There shouldn't be a whole lot in it. I've got to get the lines off this transmission cooler, unbolt the lines off this AC condenser there, and take the intercooler tubes off, and I should be able to pull all that as one unit because it all kind of bolts together. I believe I can get it all out at once. And then I need to pull the upper radiator support and the hood latch and get the radiator out, and we should be looking at the front of it. So the radiator does have to come out first. It won't fit between these openings on the intercooler won't come out. You can see how it's contoured for the radiator to go between. It's not too bad getting the radiator out. Worst thing to me, for me was, I think, the water fluid reservoir. It bothered me as much as anything. And you just gotta get the fan shroud off. I guess this wiring harness is clipped to the bottom of it, but I'll get it out of the way and then we'll have an open engine. Here it is with the shroud and everything off. Pretty much just looking at the engine now. That's my transmission cooler that I added right there that you can't see when the bumper and everything's on. It mounts up on the bumper too at the front, so it's pretty solid. Still got a ways to go, but feels like progress. This has just been one evening after work. I also had to run to Harbor Freight, so. This is pretty much night 2. I've been working on it about an hour and a half. Got the bolts out of the exhaust over there. It's still kind of stuck on the flange, but them bolts are stuck pretty good. I had to use a little heat on them. Got the heater hoses off. You can see them hanging there. Got the AC compressor and the alternator off. Got the fan off, belt tensioner, the wiring that runs around through here. It's all hanging there. And the other wire is the hot cable that runs over here. And I got the batteries out, which are bad anyway. They were bad before I quit driving the truck. Actually, they were pretty bad. Got the APPS off. It's right here. And I've been labeling my wiring. It's pretty simple, relatively, you know, compared to most engines, but I don't want to get turned around on it if it's a couple months before it goes back together. So I'll just try to label most everything and be safe. I don't have a ton of stuff left. You know, I've got to get this wiring harness stuff out of the way here. I guess power steering lines. I've still got some stuff to do. Starter wiring, all the plug-ins back here. Still got a few hours to go up here, a couple anyway. And it just depends on how good everything comes apart, really. But then I got to get under it, unbolt the transmission and torque converter, and pull the 2 engine mount bolts. So that's my progress for now. Okay, everything is loose up here that I know of. Just have to watch a few things as the engine comes out. And I may have pulled the valve cover to gain a little clearance in the back, I'm not sure. I believe that's everything though up here. And luckily, I was able to bar the engine over and get into the flex plate right there on the access, under the access cover. And I just used this Cobalt cordless ratchet. I was able to take all my torque converter bolts out with that. And I've done it on my back every time I've ever done it with my arm snaked up through there, just feeling for everything, because that's all you can do. And usually I bar it over with a screwdriver. But this was much easier. The heat exchanger and lines are in the way a little bit, and I guess if the transmission lines weren't loose right there, you probably couldn't do it. But in my case, it worked out. I've got the exhaust loose, and I got it kind of broke free from the elbow on the turbo because it was kind of seized on there. The fuel system on mine is just this supply line here, which goes on the pump right there, and then There's a quick disconnect right there for the return. I took the power steering lines off the pump so I can just leave it on the engine and pull it all out with it. And I've labeled everything that I can. The wiring harness mounts in several places, so you kind of got to watch that. Mostly I'm kind of concerned about the transmission lines. They snake back up through there. They could hang on the bell housing a little bit. I don't think they'll hang. They might kind of catch on it or rub on it if I don't maneuver them as I'm pulling the engine out. They'll probably be in the way just a little bit, but I'm hoping I can leave those in. So really, if everything that I think is correct, I should be able to get under the truck, pull the transmission bolts out. I think there's 8 of them, 4 on each side, and take the 2 engine mount bolts loose and see about plucking this thing out of here. I'm probably, I don't know, probably no more than about 3 hours into it today. So, not been too bad. Just been working in my spare time basically that I had to fool with it. And come along pretty easy. Everything's coming apart pretty good. Had a few little aggravating pieces, but nothing bad. I've got all the transmission bolts out. Torque converter bolts are out like I mentioned earlier. Can't see it too good. I've got a ratchet strap down there going across the front of the transmission just to support it. It's still bolted into the cross member and everything. Hopefully it'll split good enough to get off the dowels and the engine can come out okay without having to slide the transmission back or anything. I've not done this before, so it's a little bit of a learning process, I guess. But I think everything is loose. I think the engine is ready to come out, really. So now it's just time to pick it out of there. Well, that's that. Probably took 8 or 10 minutes to get the engine pulled out after I had everything loose. I was undecided on getting the engine hoist from my dad first to pull it, or just using my tractor. And figured I didn't have the hoist here. Figured I'd just go ahead and see if the tractor would work okay. I knew it would pull it. I just didn't know how tedious it would be getting it worked out of there. And so my father-in-law luckily had stopped by about the time I was ready. So he helped me pull it out. Just watched for clearance everywhere as we were pulling it, and I didn't leave anything at all attached on accident, which is really good. Didn't pull any wiring harnesses loose or nothing like that. So still can't see it the best probably, but let me turn the light on my phone. Now let's try. Probably still kind of hard to see the actual crack. This heat exchanger is right in the way. But you can see where it's been leaking down the side of the block. pretty good. Once this is unbolted, I'll show a better view. But it actually was leaking coolant out just sitting in the garage here once I pulled it in. It really didn't have much in it because I hadn't topped it off in a while, and it's been sitting in the yard. I drove it down through the neighborhood a couple times, and that was it. I did take the rockers and push rods off. These two need to come off to get clearance for the wiper cowl that sits over top of them. Went ahead and took these off just to give me plenty of clearance for my chain set up here. So that worked out good. It don't take just a second to get them out, and I've got to pull the engine apart anyway, so no foul there. But here's the engine bay. I've taped everything up, well, zip tied everything up kind of in little plastic bags or pieces of rubber glove just to seal everything off. And I'm going to pull it back out in the yard while I build this engine, and then when I'm ready I'll roll the truck back in and I'll shut the hood down so that everything's kind of covered anyway. I didn't have to take the hood off, so that's good. But really pulling the engine is pretty straightforward. You just need to take everything loose. You know, you can kind of tell what all has to come apart. So not too bad of a job really, just a little time consuming. Didn't really want to have to do it for sure, but it is what it is. Probably going to take my pressure washer and clean all this stuff up a little bit while I'm in here, and then probably go ahead and just shoot a little black paint on at least some of it. So might as well while the engine's out. Make it look a little better and maybe keep the rust from happening as quickly. But that's going to pretty much conclude this video. I don't know what the next video on this will be. It may be after I get the engine installed, or I may try to make a video of me just kind of various stages of the engine build and possibly various stages of reinstalling it. But hopefully for sure you get a good run video of it once I get the engine back in, and hopefully we can do some more towing videos of this thing. Everybody seems to like that, so I know I like using it. It's pretty fun to pull a trailer with. It sounds good and pulls pretty good. I'm considering going ahead with a triple disc. That's a single disc DPC Ringman billet torque converter. I'm considering buying probably a Govern triple disc while the engine's out, so I'll see if that pans out or not. Kind of hate to spend the money, but it could probably benefit because it doesn't really like, that torque converter doesn't really like the higher levels on the box. I only tow on one usually. So alright, well, I'm not going to drag this out. Thanks for watching, and I'll update when I have something to update with. I'm going to use the B414 diesel to pull it out of the garage. Pull it up close to the house so I can pressure wash the engine bay a little bit. I'll have my wife pull me out of here. Hopefully it goes okay.